Om Sri Lakshmi Narsimhaya Namaha. Gopala Tapaniya Upanishad. Om, O Devas, may we hear with our ears what is auspicious, may we see with our eyes what is auspicious, O a worthy of worship. May we enjoy the term of life allotted by the Devas, praising them with our body and limb steady. May the glorious Indra bless us, may the all-knowing Sun bless us, may Garuda the thunderbolt for evil bless us, may Brahaspati grant us well-being. Om, let there be peace in me. Let there be peace in my environment. Let there be peace in the forces that act on me. Chapter 1. Om Namaha. I offer my respectful obeisances to Sri Krishna, whose form is eternal and full of knowledge and bliss, who is the rescuer from distress, who is understood by Vedanta, who is the supreme spiritual master, and who is the witness in everyone's heart. 2. Om. Some sages said to the demigod Brahma, who is the supreme personality of Godhead, whom does death fear? By knowing whom does everything else become known? Who created this world? 3. Brahma replied to them, Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. Death fears Govinda. By understanding gopijanavallabhaya, everything becomes known. By pronouncing the word svaha, the personality of Godhead created the world. 4. They then said, who is Krishna? Who is Govinda? Who is gopijanavallabhaya? What is svaha? 5. To them Brahma said, Krishna means he who delivers from sin. Govinda means he who is famous on the earth. In the Vedas and among the Surabhi cows, gopijanavallabhaya means he who enchants the gopis, and svaha means the potency of the Supreme. All these names refer to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. 6. One who meditates on the Supreme Personality of Godhead glorifies him and worships him, becomes liberated. He becomes liberated. 7. They said, what is his form? What is his glorification? How does one worship him? Please describe this to us. 8 and 9. Brahma said, he appears like a cowherd boy. His complexion is like a monsoon cloud. He stays under a desire tree. The following verses describe him. 10. Meditating with all his heart on Lord Krishna, whose eyes are handsome lotus flowers, whose complexion is a monsoon cloud, whose garments are lightning, who has 2 arms, who is rich in transcendental knowledge, who wears a garland of forest flowers, who is a supreme controller, who is surrounded by gopis and Surabhi cows, who rests under a Suradruma tree, who is decorated with splendid ornaments, who stands in the middle of a red lotus flower, and who is served by breezes that have touched the Yamuna's waves. A person becomes free from repeated birth and death. 11. This mantra should be repeated chanting klim, krishnaya, govindaya, gopijanavallabhaya, svaha. 12. By chanting these 5 names, one attains the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose potencies are manifested as the heavenly planets, the earth, sun, moon, and fire. 13. A person who even once chants the mantra klim, krishnaya, govindaya, gopijanavallabhaya, svaha, quickly attains the association of Lord Krishna. He does not attain any other result. 14. Devotional service to Lord Krishna is performed when the heart no longer desires any material benefit to be obtained in this life or the next. This is the freedom from bonds of karma. 15. Many Brahmanas worship Krishna. Many worship eternal Govinda. Gopijanavallabhaya maintains the worlds. Powerful svaha moves the universe. 16. All the originally one, air becomes the 5 life airs in the bodies of all living entities. In the same way, from the benefit of the world, Lord Krishna appears as these 5 worlds. 17. They said, please describe the worship of Govinda, the super soul, who maintains everything. 18. Brahma said, the Lord's altar should be golden lotus with 8 petals. Within that lotus should be placed two triangles and mantra klim krishnaya namaha, the Kama Gayatri, klim krishnaya govindaya gopijanavallabhaya svaha, and the Anga Gayatri, Ananga Gayatri, Kamadevaya, Sarvajana Priyaya, Sarvajana Samohanaya, Jwala Jwala, Prajwala Prajwala, Sarva Janasya, Hrudayam Mi Vasam, Kuru Kuru Swaha should be written there. Then Anga should be offered with the Sula mantra, Ashtraya Pat. Then one should worship the Lord's expansion, beginning with Rukmini, the devotees headed by Indra, the devotees headed by King Vasudeva, the devotees headed by Arjuna, and the devotees headed by Indranidhi. 19. He who at sunshine, noon, and sunset makes various offerings to the deity obtains everything. He obtains everything. 20. In this manner, there are the following verses. Lord Krishna is the worshipable, all-pervading, supreme controller, and although he is one, he manifests in many forms. They who are intelligent worship him as he stands on his altar. They and not others attain eternal happiness. 21. The Brahmanas who worship as he stands on his altar, the one greatest among the eternals and greatest among conscious persons, the one who fulfills the desires of the many. They and not others attain perfection. 22. To they who always delightedly worship Lord Vishnu's transcendental form, the Lord in his original form as a cowherd boy shows his lotus feet. 23. It was Krishna who in the beginning instructed Brahma in Vedic knowledge and who disseminated Vedic knowledge in the past. They who desire liberation surrender to him, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who grants transcendental knowledge to his devotees. 24. To they who chant the 5-word mantra with Om and Govinda, Om Krishnaya, Govindaya, gopijanavallabhaya svaha, the Lord reveals his own form. Therefore, to attain transcendental peace, they who desire liberation should regularly chant this mantra. 25. From this 5-word mantra have come all other Govinda mantras in human society, including the 10-syllable Govinda mantra chanted by Indra's followers and by they who desire affluences. 26. They asked, please tell us the nature of this mantra. 27 and 28. Brahma said, I continually glorified the Lord and meditated upon him for millions of years. And at last I was able to understand the transcendental form of the Lord as Sri Krishna in the dress of a cowherd boy. With devotion in my heart, I bowed down before him. He gave me the 18-syllable mantra to be used for the activity of creation, and then he disappeared. 29. When I desired to create the universe, he again appeared before me, showing me in this syllabus the universe that was to be. 30. From the letter K, I created water. From the letter L, earth. From the letter I, fire. From the letter M, the moon. And from the entire word klim, the sun. From the word krishnaya, I created ether. From govindaya, air. From gopijanavallabhaya, knowledge, and the surabhi cows. And from svaha, men, women, and everything else. Everything else. 31. By worshipping him, Shiva became free from illusion, and by chanting this mantra in a solitary place, he attained the Lord. 32. The demigods gaze at Vishnu's abode, which is like a splendid sun in the sky. 33. Therefore, one should regularly chant this mantra. One should regularly chant this mantra. 34. Some have said that from the first word of this mantra, earth was created, from the second word, water, from the third, fire, from the fourth, air, and from the fifth, ether. To attain liberation, one should chant this 5-word Vaishnava mantra, which reveals Lord Krishna. 35. About this are the following verses. One should chant this mantra of which from the first word the element earth came, from the second word water, from the third fire, from the fourth air, and from the fifth ether. 36. By chanting this mantra, Shiva entered Lord Vishnu's eternal spiritual abode. 37. That spiritual word, completely pure, uncontaminated, free from suffering, free from greed, and all other vices, and identical with this 5-word mantra, is manifested from Lord Vasudeva. It is not separated from him. 38. With eloquent prayers, I and the Maruts please Lord Govinda, whose form is eternal and full of knowledge and bliss, who stays under a desire tree in Vrindavan, and who is this 5-word mantra. 39. Om Namaha to Lord Govinda, who is the form of the universe, the creator, maintainer and destroyer of the universe, the master of the universe and the universe itself. I offer my respectful obeisances. 40. Obeisances to Lord Govinda, whose form is full of knowledge, whose form is full of supreme bliss, who is all attractive and who is the master of the gopis. 41. Obeisances to him, his eyes lotus flowers, obeisances to him, garlanded with lotuses, obeisances to him, his navel a lotus, obeisances to him, the husband of the goddess of fortune. 42. Obeisances to Lord Govinda, handsome with a peacock feathered crown, identical with Balarama, his intelligent sharp, and he, the swan, in the Manasa lake of the goddess of fortune's thoughts. 43. Obeisances to him, the death of Kamsa and his allies, the killer of Kesi and Kanura, the object of worship for Shiva, and the chariot driver of Arjuna. 44. Obeisances to him, the cowherd boy fond of playing the flute, the crusher of Kaliya, the person who walks on the Yamuna shore, and whose earrings gracefully swing to and fro. 45. Obeisances to Sri Krishna, the protector of the surrendered souls. Obeisances to him, the expert dancer garlanded with the gopis' lotus dances. 46. Obeisances to him, the death of sin, the lifter of Govardhan hill, the end of Putana's life, the thief of Kanavartha's life. 47. Obeisances to Sri Krishna, decorated with golden necklaces, charming, pure, the enemy of impurity, one, without a second, the greatest. 48. Be kind, O blissful one, be kind, O supreme Lord, O Lord, please rescue me, bitten by a snake of physical and mental pain. 49. O Krishna, O husband of Rukmini, O enchanter of the gopis, O master of the universe, please rescue me, drowning in the ocean of repeated birth and death. 50. O Keshava, O Narayana, O Govinda, O Janardana, O source of all transcendental bliss, O Lord who rescues the devotees from distress, O Madhava, please rescue me. 51. Brahma said, as I worship him, so should you, chanting this 5-word mantra and meditating the Lord Krishna with transcendent the word of birth and death. 52. One who chants this 5-word mantra easily attains his transcendental abode. 53. Although fixed in his abode, the personality of Godhead is swifter than the mind and can overcome all other runnings. Even the powerful demigods cannot approach him. 54. Therefore, Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. One should meditate upon him, glorify him, serve him, and worship him. Om Tat Sat. Chapter 2. 1 and 2. Once, after they had passed the entire night with him, the passionate girls of Vraja spoke to the cowherd boy Krishna, who is the supreme personality of Godhead, and he also spoke to them. 3. The gopis said, to what Brahmana should charity be given? 4. Krishna said, Durvasa. 5. The gopis said, how will we cross the Yamuna's waters and approach him from whom great blessings will come? 6. Krishna said, say the words Krishna, the brahmachari, and the Yamuna will give you a path. 7. By remembering me, a shallow person becomes a deep. By remembering me, an impure person becomes pure. By remembering me, an impious person becomes pious. By remembering me, one full of material desires becomes desireless. By remembering me, a fool becomes learnt. 8. After hearing these words, they meditated on Durvasa, and with these words crossed the Yamuna. They went to the very sacred ashrama and bowed before Durvasa Muni, the best of sages. They gave to the Brahmana delicious foods made with milk and ghee. 9. Pleased, he bathed, ate, blessed them, and gave them permission to go. 10. They said, how will we cross the Yamuna? 11. He said, meditate on me as a sage that eats only durva grass, and the Yamuna will give you a path. 12. Gandharvi, that is Srimati Radharani, the best among them, reflected for a moment. 13. She said, how is Krishna a brahmachari? How is the sage a person that eats only durva grass? 14. Accepting her as their leader, and the other girls became silent. 15. Durvasa Muni replied, sound is contained with the element of ether. Although sound and ether are different, sound is contained within ether. This ether does not know, I am spirit. How can I be materialistic enjoyer? 16. Touch is contained within the element of air. Although touch and air are different, touch is contained within air. This air does not know I am spirit. How can I be materialistic enjoyer? 17. Form is contained within the element of fire. Although form and fire are different, form is contained within fire. This fire does not know I am spirit. How can I be a materialistic enjoyer? 18. Taste is contained within the element of water. Although taste and waste are different, taste is contained within water. This water does not know I am spirit. How can I be a materialistic enjoyer? 19. Aroma is contained within the element of earth. Although aroma and earth are different, aroma is contained within earth. This earth does not know I am spirit. How can I be a materialistic enjoyer? 20. It is the mind that remains among the senses and accepts them. 21. When spirit is everything, how does one think? How does one go? I am spirit. How can I be a materialistic enjoyer? 22. Your beloved Krishna is the original creator of the two kinds of bodies. 23. On the tree of the body are two birds. One is an expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is a witness. The other is an enjoyer. They are an enjoyer and non-enjoyer. The first enjoys and the second is Krishna. 24. In him we do not find material so-called knowledge and ignorance. This ignorance and real knowledge are different. How can Krishna, who is full of real knowledge, become a materialistic enjoyer? 25-26. He who lusts after pleasure is lusty. He who does not lust after pleasure is not lusty. 27. Krishna, who is free from birth and death, who is unchanging, who cannot be cut, who stays by the Yamuna, who stays among the Surubi cows, who protects the Surubi cows, who stays among the Cowherd boys, who stays in all the Vedas, who is glorified by all the Vedas, who has entered all living entities and who controls all living entities is your husband. 28. Gandharvi, that is Radha, said, why has the Supreme Personality of Godhead taken birth among us as a cowherd boy? O sage, how do you know this about Krishna? What is his mantra? What is his abode? Why has he taken birth in Devaki's womb? Who is his elder brother Balarama? How is he worshipped? Why has the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is far above the world of matter, descended to this earth? 29. He said, in the beginning only Lord Narayana existed. In him the material worlds are woven as thread on a loom. From his lotus heart the demigods Brahma was born. 30. When Brahma performed severe austerities, Lord Narayana granted him a boon. 31. Brahma, choose a question. 32. Lord Narayana granted his request. 33 and 34. Brahma said, among your many incarnations, which is the best and the one that makes human and demigods happy? The one that remembering him, they become liberated from repeated birth and death. Why is this incarnation the best? 35. Lord Narayana said. 36. As one, at the summit of Mount Meru are 7 cities that fulfill all desires. So on the earth are 7 cities that fulfill desires and grant liberation. Among them, the city of Gopalapuri is directly the spiritual world. 37. In this city, the desires of all the demigods and all other creatures are all fulfilled and everyone attains liberation. 38. Protected by my chakra, this city is Mathura. or Gopalapuri stands in this world as a lotus stands in a lake. 39. Gopalapuri contains these forests. 1. The great forest of Vrindavan. 2. Madhuvana, the former residence of Madhu Demon. 3. Talavana, full of palm trees. 4. Delightful Kamyavana. 5. Great Bahulavana. 6. Kumudavana, full of lotus flowers and water lilies. 7. Kandiravana, full of Kandira trees. 8. Bhadravana, the favorite spot of Lord Balarama. 9. Bandiravana, the great forest of banyan trees. 10. Shivana, the abode of goddess of fortune. 11. Lohavana, the former residence of the demon Loha. And 12. Vrindavan, ruled by the goddess Vrindadevi. 40. In this forest, the demigods, human beings, Gandharvas, Nagas, and Kinnaras sing and dance. 41. The 12 Adityas, 11 Rudras, 8 Vasus, 7 sages, Brahma, Narada, 5 Vinavyakas, Virashevara, Rudreshwara, Ambikeshwara, Ganeshwara, Neelakanteshwara, Vishweshwara, Gopaleshwara, Bhadreshwara, and 24 other lingas reside here. 42. These forests are divided into two groups. 1. Krishnavana or Krishna's forest, and 2. Vrindavana or Balarama's forest. Among these 12 forests, some are sacred and others are most sacred. 43. There the demigods stay. They are the perfect beings, attained perfection. 44. In this place are a deity of Rama, a deity of Pradyumna, a deity of Aniruddha, and a deity of Krishna. 45. In this way, there are 12 deities in the forest of Mathura. 46. The Rudras worship the first deity, Brahma worships the second, Brahma's sons worship the third, the Maruts worship the fourth, the Vinayakas worship the fifth, the Vasus worship the sixth, the sage worship the seventh, the Gandharvas worship the eighth, the Apsaras worship the ninth, the 10th deity is now invisible, the 11th deity has gone to his own planet, and the 12th deity is now on the earth. 47. They who worship this deity surpass death and attain liberation. They cross beyond the threefold miseries of birth, old age, and death. 48. There are these verses: Lord Krishna, accompanied by his three potencies, and by Balarama, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, and Rukmini, stays in delightful Mathurapuri, which is worshipped by Brahma and other gods and protected by the conch, chakra, club, and shranga bow. These four names are identical with the name Om. 49. One should think I am spiritual beyond material passion. One should think I am Lord Gopakas. In this way, one attains liberation. He realizes his spiritual nature. He becomes knower of spirit. 50. Because since the beginning of creation, he lovingly protects Alati, the conditioned souls, Gopas, he is known as Gopala. Om Tat Sat, I am spirit. I am a part and parcel of Krishna. My spiritual form is eternal, full of bliss. Om. 51. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is therefore known as Gopala. 52. With all one's heart, one should think I am Gopala's. 53. Lord Gopala is unmanifest, limitless, and eternal. 54. Lord Narayana continued, O Brahma, decorated with forest flower garlands, and holding a conch, disc, mace, and lotus, I will reside eternally in Mathura. 55. O Brahma, he who with all his heart meditates on me, whose form is a resting place of all forms, whose form is supremely powerful and splendid, whose form is wonderful, and who has no material form, goes to my abode. Of this there is no doubt. 56. O Brahma, a resident on this earth planet who remains in the district of Mathura and worship me, as I appear in the form of deity, becomes very dear to me. 57. You should always worship me as Krishna in Mathura. 58. Four kinds of men worship me. 59. Following the devotional process prescribed for the age, intelligent devotees in this world worship Lord Gopala, who is accompanied by his elder brother Balarama and Queen Rukmini. 60. I am unborn, eternal Gopala. I am eternal Pradyumna, I am Rama, I am Aniruddha. He who is intelligent worships me. 61. Free from all impure desires, the residents of Krishnavana and Bhadravana worship me. Following the regulation of bhakti, I myself have spoken. 62. Even they who formerly rejected the principles of religion and were swallowed up by the age of Kali may become devoted to me and also reside in Mathura. 63. Anyone who becomes my sincere devotees becomes very dear to me, as dear as you and your sons are, as dear as Shiva and his associates, as dear as the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi. 64. Brahma said, how has the one Supreme Personality of Godhead become four deities? How has the single sacred syllabus Om become many? 65. The Lord said to him, before the material world was manifested, only the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is one without a second, existed. From him came the impersonal Brahman. From that came the syllable Om. From Om came the Mahat Tattva. From the Mahat Tattva came false ego. From false ego came the five Tanmantras. From them came the elements. Om is covered by these things. 66. I am sacred syllable. I am Om. I am ageless, deathless, nectarine, the fearless, supreme great. I am liberated. I am unchanging. 67. The eternal Supreme Personality of Godhead manifested himself as the all-pervading universe form. In the same way, the Lord, who is one without a second by his transcendental potency, expanded himself into four. 68. The sacred syllable Om consists of three letters U and Balarama, the son of Rohini, is the letter Splendid Pradyumna is the letter U. 69. Intelligent Aniruddha is the letter Lord Krishna, in whom the entire universe rests, is Ardha Mantra letter which completes the syllabus Om. 70. Rukmini is Lord Krishna's wife. She is the creator of the worlds and the root of material nature. 71. The Vedic literature explains that the goddess of fortune appeared among the women of Vraja. Learned transcendentalists say that Lord's potency is the syllable Om. 72. Therefore, all-pervading Lord Gopala is the syllable Om. 73. Learned transcendentalists declare that the syllable Om is not different from the sacred syllable klim. 74. He who meditates on me as I appear in Mathura attains liberation. 75 to 78. In his mind, one should meditate on me standing on the blossomed 8-petal lotus of the heart. My 2 feet marked with conch shells, flag and umbrella. My chest marked with Srivatsa and splendid with the Kautabhajam. My 4 arms holding the conch, chakra, mace and shanga bow. My arms decorated with armlets. My neck splendid with flower garlands. My heart circled by a splendid crown. My ears are decorated with glistening shark-shaped earrings. My form splendid and handsome, holding a flute and a buffalo horn, bungle, and granted fearless to the devotees. 79. When the entire universe is churned, Matiyate, by the churning rod of spiritual knowledge, the butter produced is the Supreme Personality of Godhead in Mathura. That is why it is called Mathura. 80. In my heart, I meditate on the material world with its 8 Dikpalas, that is protector of directions, as the blossomed lotus flower growing in the ocean of repeated birth and death. 81. The sun and the moon are the splendor of my body. Golden Mount Meru is my splendid flag. Brahmaloka as my umbrella. The 7 lower planetary systems are my feet. 82. I am marked with Srivatsa and Swarupa. Therefore, the learned sages called me Srivatsa Lanchana, marked with Srivatsa. 83. Aware of my supremacy, the sages declare that the splendor of the sun, moon, fire, and eloquent speech has come from my glittering Kaustubha jewel. 84. The 4 arms of my universal form are goodness, passion, ignorance, and false ego. The 5 material elements are the conch shell I carry in the hand, that is the model of passion. 85. Childishness is said to be the chakra, the original illusory potency the shanga bow, and the universe the lotus flower in the hand of the universal form. 86. The virgin of ignorance is known as the club I always carry in my hand. 87. Religion, economic development, and the sense gratification are the splendid bracelets that eternally decorate the wrists of my universal form. 88. The neck, said to be qualityless Brahman, is garlanded by the first unborn. O Brahman, O Brahma, your mind-born sons have elaborately described this garland. 89. The sages say that my eternal form is the crown. 90. The two things about the changing material world are my two glittering earrings. 91. He who meditates in this way is eternally dear to me. He attains liberation. He becomes liberated. I give myself to him. 92. O Brahma, I have said all that will be about my two forms, one made of the modes of nature and the other beyond the modes of nature. 93. Brahma said, what are the ornaments owned by the deities you have described? How do the Maruts, Rudras, Brahma, sons of Brahma, Vinayakas, 12 Adityas, Vasus, Apsaras and Gandharvas worship them? Who is the deity that has gone to his own abode? Who is the deity now invisible? Who is the deity the humans worship? 94. Lord Narayana said to him, these 12 unmanifested transcendental deities are present on all planets, among all demigods and all human beings. 95. As a Rudra among the Rudras, as a Brahma among the followers of Brahma, as a demigod among the demigods, as a human being among the humans, as the destroyer of obstacles Ganesha among the Vinayakas, as the Surya Narayana among the Adityas, as the Gandharva among the Gandharvas, as an Apsara among the Apsaras, as a Vasu among the Vasus. My form, which fulfills desires, is present even when it is invisible. Whether visible or invisible in this world, my form is always stays in my own abode. 96. My form is also present as the deity of ignorance, the deity of passion, and the deity of goodness. 97. My human-like form, which is eternal and full of transcendental knowledge, is present in devotional service. 98. Om, obedience to the Super Soul, who is present in the life breath. Om Tat Sat. Bhu and Swaha, observances to him, the Super Soul, who is present in the life breath. 99. Observances to Sri Krishna, who is Govinda and gopijanavallabhaya. Om Tat Sat. Bur Buha and Swaha, observances to him. 100. Om, observances to the Super Soul, who is present in the Apana air. Om Tat Sat. Bur Buha and Swaha, observances to him present in the Apana air. 101. Om, observances to Krishna, who is Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna and Aniruddha. Om Tat Sat. Bur Buha and Swaha, observances to him. 102. Om, observances to the Super Soul, who is present in the Sama air. Om Tat Sat. Bur Buha and Swaha, observances to him present in the same air. 103. Om, observances to Sri Krishna, who is Sri Rama. Om Tat Sat. Bur Buha and Swaha, observances to him. 104. Om, observances to the Super Soul, who is present in the Udana air. Om Tat Sat. Bur Buha and Swaha, observances to him present in the Udana air. 105. Om, observances to Krishna, the son of Devaki. Om Tat Sat. Bur Buha and Swaha, observances to him. 106. Om, observances to the Super Soul, who is present in the Vyana air. Om Tat Sat. Bur Buha and Swaha, Om, observances to him present in the Vyana air. 107. Om, observances to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose original form is that of Cowherd boy. Om Tat Sat. Bur Buha and Swaha, observances to him. 108. Om, Lord Gopala is the Super Soul present in the primordial material energy. Om Tat Sat. Bur Buha and Swaha, observances to him. 109. Om, Lord Gopala is the Super Soul present in the senses. Om Tat Sat. Bur Buha and Swaha, observances to him. 110. Om, Lord Gopala is the Super Soul present in the material elements. Om Tat Sat. Bur Buha and Swaha, observances to him. 111. Om, Lord Gopala is the Supreme Person. Om Tat Sat. Bur Buha and Swaha, observances to him. 112. Om Lord Gopala is the Supreme Brahman. Om Tat Sat. Bhur Bhuva and Swaha. Observances to him. 113. Om Lord Gopala is the Super Soul in the heart of all beings. Om Tat Sat. Bhur Bhuva and Swaha. Observances to him. 114. Surpassing wakefulness, sleep and deep sleep, Lord Gopala is beyond the transcendence of the impersonalists. Om Tat Sat. Bhur Bhuva and Swaha. Observances to him. 115. The one Supreme Personality of Godhead is hidden within everything. He is all-pervading. He is in everyone's heart. He witnesses everyone's activities. He lives in everyone's heart. He is the witness. He is consciousness. He is transcendence. He is beyond the modes of nature. 116. Observances to Rudra. Observances to Aditya. Observances to Vinayaka. Observances to Surya. Observances to Vidyadevi. Observances to Indra. Observances to Agni. Observances to Yama. Observances to Ritti. Observances to Varuna. Observances to Vayu. Observances to Kuvera. Observances to Ishana. Observances to Brahma. Observances to all the demigods. 117. After giving these most pious prayers to Brahma, who was wrapped in meditation on Lord's transcendental form, and after giving him the ability to create the universe, Lord Narayana disappeared. 118. As these instructions were heard from Brahma, Brahma's sons and Narada, so I have spoken them. O Gandharvi, that is Radha, now you may go to your own home. Om, O Devas, may we hear with our ears what is auspicious, may we see with our eyes what is auspicious. O A worthy of worship, may we enjoy the term of life allotted by the Devas, praising them with our body and limb steady. May the glorious Indra bless us, may the all-knowing Sun bless us, may Garuda, the thunderbolt for evil, bless us, may Brahaspati grant us well-being. Om, let there be peace in me. Let there be peace in my environment. Let there be peace in the forces that act on me. Here ends the Gopala Tapaniya Upanishad as contained in the Atharva Veda. Mantrahina, Kriyahina, Bhaktihina, Kshamapate. Om Sri Krishnarpanamastu.